So this is disgraceful, right? It is only when we actually came here and saw what was going on. For this treatment plant to properly work, it requires both of the tanks working at the same time at 100% capacity. You have this tank entirely out of commission. There's a forest growing in the tank. There are rags everywhere. This looks like if it hasn't been used in years. That means the Bridgetown plant has been operating without this one. So assuming best case, they were operating at 50% capacity, but we now know that the best case was not what was going on, because the other tank that we're about to see is operating at less than half capacity. So this Bridgetown sewage treatment plant, which is now taking sewage from the south coast, is operating at less than 25% capacity. I just want to send the message home. Look, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Look at this. Just film it, look at it, look at what is growing in it, look at the state of it. This has to come back at the scratch, and it has to come back at the scratch in 2 weeks. I do not know what the last minister or his cabinet or their government was actually doing. I cannot fathom that this has been allowed to be in this position and sit in this position when we're having a sewage crisis in Barbados on the south coast and also in Bridgetown. But things about to change.
Do you have any word on exactly how long this wasn't working?
I understand it wasn't working for over a year. But I mean, just look at the amount of bush and plants and grass. I can't tell you, you have your own eyes. You can see that it has not been in operation for quite a while. For over 2 years, and main signal, for over 2 years. That is unacceptable. We cannot have a compromised sewage system for over 2 years. Government is about priorities. This is a priority, and it will be fixed.
What kind of money do you need to fix this?
The initial, what we're doing to fix the 2 tanks and to clean the wet wells is probably going to cost about $400,000, and that is our best guess. I mean, that's with the contractor working with us and everybody working with us, understand it's a national emergency. But I think walking around this plant, and y'all can see the sheer magnitude of what needs to be done, you know that the contractors are actually working with us to get it done. But to bring the whole plant back at the scratch, I can't even begin to think about that. We're dealing with the emergency part first. Once we get these tanks working properly, that we can properly handle the sewage coming in without causing a collapse in Bridgetown like what is going on the south coast, then we will worry about the rest. But the priority now is to do whatever needs to be done and use whatever resources need to be used to get these fixed. This needs to be up and running to take the pressure off the one we're about to go and see, and then that one needs to be fixed while this is running, so we have 2 properly functioning tanks the way the plant was intended to work.
What kind of deadline have you given yourself to get this work finished?
We have a deadline of 2 weeks to get this one here fixed, completely excavated, all the welding done, the parts that need to be changed, and to be taking the sewage again within 2 weeks. And we expect to get the other one fixed within another 2 weeks. I have told the contractor, being reasonable, that I would appreciate if it could be done in half the time, because we just can't take the risk. But we're looking at a month with everybody working around the clock to get everything back up to scratch with respect to the tanks and handling the immediate sewage issues. The rest of the plant will need to be upgraded as we go along, but within 28 days I expect that both tanks are supposed to be working. If this plant actually broke down, then what is going on in South Coast will look like nothing. So this plant is in worse condition than the South Coast sewage treatment plant,